Hello and welcome to Small Business, Big Life, inside Fort Orange General Store, where entrepreneurship meets marriage, kids, and controlled chaos. I'm Joe Slicko, and with me, as always, is my wife, business partner, and the owner of the Fort Orange General Store, Erica Cabello.
Hey everyone, what's going on?
So in today's episode, we once again are going to do a 2-week catch-up because we had some pretty monumental things happen over these last 2 weeks. And I feel like we keep saying that every episode. But as you will hear in this episode, it was a little life-changing, one could say. Oh,
it was. Yes, sir. There has been a lot going on. And we had to take it as it is and go with what's been happening. So it's been excellent.
So with that cryptic lead-in, we of course will pause and remind all of our amazing viewers to please like or subscribe if you have not done so already. But most importantly, please share one of your favorite episodes with somebody new. Enlighten their lives. Enrich them a little bit, if you will, with the bantering that is Erica and Joe.
I love that. Very cute Erica and Joe banter. It is kind of fun though, right?
Well, to us it is. We know that much. We just hope it is to everybody else too.
Yes, we hope that you love our episodes. So please continue to listen, share, like, comment. It means so much to us. So thank you.
And why don't we talk about some of the people that have outwardly told us that they enjoy some of the insanity that we bring to them.
We totally should, Joe. Yes. So on our socials for the last couple of weeks, we had Kristen George say, "This is such a Schitt's Creek Rose Apothecary vibe. I must get in there soon." And this was in response to our collab with Common Roots and Carolyn Shapiro, who will be performing and popping up at Fort Orange this coming Friday, June 5th, for our First Friday series.
I love that she said that. You know, you and I are both big fans of Schitt's Creek.
Yes.
And the store was already an apothecary before we purchased it. Mm-hmm. So it was a nice marriage of those two things. And we actually carry some Schitt's Creek inspired teas.
That's right. Well, yes, we have a lot. Tea as in drinking tea.
Yes.
Yes, I was thinking t-shirt.
Well, we don't carry those, Erica.
No, we don't. But
Thank you for clarifying that.
That has been on my mind for this past week, as we will get into. So when you said teas, well, my mind went to t-shirts.
Sipping teas from Harney and Sons.
Yeah, we also have some other funny little quotes from the show on different items in the store. So come on down, check it out, get the Rose Apothecary vibe via Fort Orange General Store, and say hi.
I could totally see David going all in on SoBro with that face that he makes
God.
As he's saying it.
He would be such a good spokesperson for SoBro.
If anybody knows David from Schitt's Creek, and I mean the character himself, feel free to reach out on our behalf.
Maybe he'll hear this and he'll just want to come and promote SoBro for us.
There you go. You put it out in the universe. Typical Erica Cabello right there. Watch and see, everyone.
Well, let's not jinx this one, okay? All right, so let's get back to our wonderful, wonderful commenters. And this means so much to us when we get this or get these on our stories and our feed to be able to interact with all of you. So thank you to everybody who's taken the time to comment. And if you didn't make it, keep commenting because you'll make it one of these episodes. Pink Cookie Girl responded to the same thread that one of my favorite reasons to live downtown, I'll be there and I'll bring some custom cookies, Joe. Custom cookies.
We get gifts too?
I know. How exciting.
This is amazing.
So we're not only going to have Common Roots, craft brews, drinks, all of their delicious beverages, amazing folk music by Carolyn Shapiro. We are also going to get custom cookies.
That's amazing. Mm-hmm. I'm even more excited than I was already.
Sip, shop, socialize, and savor in SoBro.
That was amazing right there.
I love my alliteration. I'm really good at S's from Seriously Spotless.
Clearly.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep going. So on our 518-day recap reel, we had Beelzebub 1. So happy I was able to make the trip from Connecticut and meet you and Rue in person. I'm a fan for life.
Aww.
Love that. Thank you, Elsa. Again, it was our pleasure meeting you and your husband all the way from Connecticut just to meet Rue and I. More to come on meeting Rue.
Put a pin in that.
Yeah, put a pin in that. Pam Howard, we can't wait to move downtown and do fun things on First Fridays too. Pam, we can't wait for you to be our neighbors over at the oldest house in Albany, right, on Hudson.
That is correct.
Yep.
How exciting.
Very exciting. That Historic Albany Foundation will be moving right around the corner from us and joining our SoBro district.
Welcome to the district.
C.La.Kapow says, love a sip and shop opportunity. At Chanda Powell, know what we are doing that evening.
Well, how exciting is that? We already have our first two guests that may even partake in the savoriness of our free custom cookies.
That's right. So we have two RSVPs to Friday's event. Can we count you all in?
I think so.
Please comment. So then Cookie Girl knows how many to make, right?
Dozens upon dozens.
Third Eye Concept says, SoBro is definitely catchy. I love the positive energy. Keep it up. I've never been inside your store, but plan to soon. Well, we cannot wait to meet you. Please come down and introduce yourselves and say hi to the fam.
Stop on in, see what we're doing. Let's have some conversation, and who knows, you might make the pot again.
Teresa F. Campbell says, love this. Lots of E's in that one. The brewery I worked for participated in something like this last fall in Cazenovia, with pop-ups at small businesses and the opportunity to win prizes for visiting businesses, sponsored by the Chamber of Commerce. I could totally see SoBro be an incubator for something like this in the capital region. Cheers to you all for the unique activations and ideas you bring to the 518. How nice is that?
I love that comment.
And she went on to say, looking forward to visiting again soon, and I can't wait to hear more about this concept taking shape.
That's so cool.
Right?
And I'm going to jump in right now because that is kind of the flavor of something that we've been talking about over the last 2 weeks. So SoBro has taken off, which we'll talk about.
It has officially been introduced.
Yes. We'll talk
coming up in a second.
More in a minute.
Take out the pin in a second.
Yes. But we're looking to, so I'm talking to the entrepreneurs out there. How do we capitalize on our SoBro community from like a rewards program sort of vantage point? So we've all been to the restaurants, the stores. You got your card. Maybe it's, digital. We're rolling something out very soon at Fort Orange, a brand new rewards program. Spend so much, you get points, you get rewards, backstage access, all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
How do we, this is what Eric and I have been talking about, how do we capitalize on that for our SoBro businesses, which are cross-industry and cross-owned by obviously different owners? So how does a customer go to Ophelia's, for example, have dinner, go to Lock and Key,
grab a drink, Broadway
liquor, get something
pick up a bottle for later, maybe the next day.
Exactly. They're hitting the Vandy, getting their thrift on with Macklemore, who knows? And then they pop in with us at Fort Orange, of course. And then they buy the glassware to put all the things in.
Sure.
I don't know. How do we track? How do we capitalize on that? How do we at Fort Orange know, besides a receipt, that they purchase something at the other establishments? And then how do we incentivize purchasing at Fort Orange? And how do we all make money on that? Again, this is to the entrepreneurs out there in a way that's almost like a shared revenue stream, but much simpler than that.
Yeah.
So that's what we're bouncing around. And if anyone has experience with something like this, that's cross industry, where it's not, nice and neat and we're all restaurants or we're all retail, we're a mix of everything. I would love to, hear from you. Drop a comment, let us know, because we're still brainstorming at this stage, but it's something we definitely want to have SoBro insiders, and you get a sticker and a card and a cool mug. I don't know, but what does it mean for you, and what do you want out of it? I guess are all the questions I have.
Yeah, lots of questions, because as each individual businesses, we all are different business owners. We want to band together and create this district. Like, that is definitely a part of what we're talking about. We've launched meetings. We're meeting weekly together as the business owners. And this was one idea that popped up at our last meeting. So it would be amazing to hear from other entrepreneurs that are listening, even customers. Please join in on the conversation, because that's where we get our best ideas from. That's how I manage and stock Fort Orange, by listening to my customers. So anybody who can add in a little bit of their own insight to this brand new concept idea, please share with us. We need your help here.
Absolutely. And I think that ends our comments.
It does.
For this episode. However,
and again, thank you to everybody who's commenting, because it really does make my day to see a comment pop up.
It absolutely does. You should see how excited she gets. I've told you before on this podcast that she either calls or texts me immediately. Sometimes I think the house is on fire, but it's one of you commenting on something, and that's really cool to hear.
Yeah, or popping into the store and saying like how excited you're there, you are to be there. It lights up my day. Both of us, really.
So we have one new super fan this week to shout out, and this came out of left field and was a complete surprise to me. So I got a text from our daughter's best friend's mom. Connect all those dots. Now, she and I go way back. We worked together at LaSalle when I started off my career. She was part of the board at St. Augustine's. I told that story on the podcast in a previous episode. Our daughters have been together since pre-K, when I was both their principals. So we run deep together. But it wasn't from her. It was from her son. And he said, "I want to be your next super fan."
So cute.
So I was a little confused at first when I got the text. I had to read it through a couple times and figure out exactly what I just said happened. So I turned to our daughter and I said, "What is this about? Why does Nick want to be a super fan?" And she goes, "Because he listens to every episode of the podcast." I said, "Stop it." Now, Nick is in middle school. He's a middle school
7th grade.
boy.
Yeah.
Right. And I said, no. There's no way. And she goes, "Yeah, they'll be in the car. I've been there too. He'll turn it on from his phone, Bluetooth, and everyone starts freaking out. And why'd you turn the music off?" And he's like, "I want to hear the podcast." Now, number one, why everyone's freaking out about it is half the issue. But more importantly, Nick is himself and does not care what the peer pressure is around him, whether it's adults or his peers. And he just does what is right and what is good, obviously.
Good for him.
So
Love
Nick,
that, Nick.
Sandvidge, Nick.Sandvidge2 on social media. This is your shout out. You are our youngest super fan that's not related to us directly. And we love you and we thank you for your support. And we hope this sets your career and life off on the right trajectory from this shout out.
Thank you, Nick. It was so amazing to hear that story. It just lit up our dinner conversation, made us all laugh, have a great time, and we knew that you had to be the super fan this week. So thank you, Nick.
All right, now let's get into some of these monumental events that we alluded to with the whole pin.
Yeah, we're taking one of the pins out.
All right, first pin out. So, Erica, You had a visitor at the store.
I did. Another visitor that just, like, I called Joe and I was like, oh my God, Joe, you need to hear this. And he's like, hoping that it was me winning the lottery or something, right? So
I'm like, we can retire, right? Because that's what I go to. This is somehow retirement for me. No, still need health care. Okay, got it.
So I get my visitor at Fort Orange the day after the 518 day run weekend events. So it was the actual 518 day. And anyways, it was at the end of the shift. Valerie comes in and we start talking, and she's saying how much she loves the store, how much, we've changed it, loves all the new additions. And then she says, so what is this that I see on social media about SoBro? Can you explain this? And I'm like, oh my God, really? Like, people are actually seeing this and like liking it and caring? And so I should rewind and say that I recognized her because she's a news anchor on News 10.
Kind of an important piece of the story, Erica.
I did leave that out. So, yes, Valerie comes in and starts asking about SoBro, and I'm like, people are really seeing this and really caring. And I explained the idea, the concept, and all the businesses working together, and I went on to talk about First Friday and how big of an event this one's going to be, with Common Roots coming and popping up and our live music at the same time, and how all of the SoBro businesses are participating in this First Friday SoBro, which is the first time in the history of the First Friday event series. So she ends up, loving the idea, the concept, and saying, would you come in and interview with me at the station? I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. And she's like, but it would be at 6 a.m. So you'd probably have to get there like 5:30. I'm like, I don't care. I'll be there. Tell me it's 4:30. I'm in. So anyways, it's been, a couple of weeks of building up to the news interview, which I did yesterday morning on the 6:25 spot of News 10 Saturday morning. And it was so cool. So cool. I've never been inside of a news studio, and it was amazing. I get there, like, nobody's there yet. Everything's kind of like half lit and dark. All the rooms kind of look the same. Lots of like TV monitors. And anyways, I get in and they lead me to this beautiful little waiting room. Like, looks like what you would see on 30 Rock, where they have their dressing rooms. And they have windows. You can see into the studios. They have the cute little kitchen and then a little like talk area. So I'm waiting. They mic me up, all of it. And then the page, Kenneth, not really Kenneth, but
Kenneth the Page from 30 Rock,
leads me back into the actual newsroom. And, you're seeing the teleprompters, the cameras, and then Valerie's sitting at her news station, whatever you would call it. What would you call that?
Desk.
Her desk. Okay, I thought there was a more formal name. See, I don't know. This was my first time there. And it was just really cool, like, how professional she is, like, able to read and think and, like, have this serious face, very professional speak, like, really impressive. And it's freaking 6:15 in the morning. Like, I am barely awake. I was up late the previous night prepping for the interview. Anyways, we get settled with the two cute little chairs, facing each other. And it was like a 3-minute interview. Really cool. It flew by, felt like 5 seconds, but went on, talked about what SoBro is, our businesses, the promotions we're running for June 5th. And it was just so positive. Like, everything that we've been experiencing in the store, 518 day energy, just the whole year and a half, almost 2 years now, encapsulating our time at Fort Orange has kind of like accumulated to this, with like the news really caring about a silly little idea, right? Another silly little idea that I brainstormed with Aaron from Metroland, and which came from Matt Baumgardner at June Farms. He actually coined SoBro. So thank you, Matt, because we cannot express our gratitude enough for that idea. And then Erin dropped this on me and was like, I'll help you promote. We'll get this up and running. Her and I went back and forth about when we would. She gracefully backed out and gave me permission to run with it. So Shane and I from Ophelia's just kind of started dropping like hashtag SoBros on social media when we're posting about our businesses, which led to 518 Day with Team SoBro, which was kind of like a soft launch of it. Valerie saw it, came into the store, wanted to do a news spot on it, and here we are, SoBro District. It was amazing. So, Valerie, thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time, believing in me and South Broadway and all of our businesses to have me on and put me on your show. Thank you.
It was really, really an amazing experience, and you did a great job recapping it. What I'll say is I'm not surprised that it happened. And I guess before I get into that part, you did an awesome job, and it came out very, very well, and I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you.
I know you were a little nervous because it was your first time being in a news studio. I've never been in one, so I'm not saying it like, oh, it was your first time. I've never done it. And it was fun. I was home with the kids, and the other reason that we're going to talk about in a second, plus it was really early. So I was able to watch it as it was happening, and it was just exciting. There I am sitting there, and I got my, business hat on at the same time as I'm so proud of you. And everything I'm waiting for you to say, you're saying. And then the next thing pops in my head, and then you say it. And I'm like, wow, she's killing it. So you did an absolutely phenomenal job.
Thank you.
And I want to give you a lot of kudos and
Thank
credit.
you, Joe.
You killed it.
It's hard to watch yourself. Like, back on it, I had all of the criticisms, right? You heard me and all the things I said. But it was really cool. And thank you for saying all of that. That means a lot.
And now to my other point. This is another example of community stemming from the Fort Orange General Store and our other businesses, obviously. But we've talked about it before. It's organic. It's coming from the inside out.
Right.
And when are we most successful at Fort Orange? When we're promoting the community, when we're doing community events and connecting Fort Orange, and again, all of our SoBro partners under one umbrella into SoBro, so we're all growing together.
Right.
I think that's why it's taking off and why it's so powerful, because it's all of us coming together for the community and for each other. And it's what we talked about on this podcast many times as what we want to do and how we want to do things. It wasn't necessarily the vision maybe that we had going into it, that we were going to create this SoBro thing and be part of this creative process, but it's where life and the business led us. And I think that's awesome, because I already said it, but it's organic and it's from the inside out. I think that's just really cool and powerful and awesome.
It is. And when you have a team working together, it's only going to make things stronger. So by pulling in our neighbors, our businesses, and brainstorming ideas and rallying the energy, right? It's only going to radiate, make people want to come down and check it out and see what's happening, because there are things happening in Albany. It's good, positive vibes, good business owners, people who care about our city. So we need to support each other in all of this.
And you mentioned team, and there's definitely a team. We've already talked about that. However, there also comes a time when you just need to get some things done. And leading up to your spot on the news, we needed to bring, or you needed to bring with you, some SoBro merch.
Right.
That maybe doesn't exist yet.
No.
So what did you do kind of the week leading up to?
Yeah, well, it was like a week and a half, right, from the time I got asked to the time I went on. And we only had our Team SoBro shirts, but we had all the ideas. So Tracy from the Vandy got a design put together by one of her employees, sent it over. I was redesigning the castle logo with SoBro. And so the design period happened, then the making period happened. And the past 2 nights leading up to the interview, I was up until like 12:30. I think I got like 3.5 hours of sleep before the interview. Still recovering today. I don't know when I'm going to catch up, but this is what you do. You just make it happen. Like, no, we don't have SoBro merch yet, but that's okay because we can create it. And it's better that way anyways, because now I have a few sample products. We're going to post that on our socials this week to see what you all think, because again, we want to carry things you like. Why would we carry something you don't want? So please be on the lookout to see the new merch ideas, the new design ideas, because we want to take the best ones and give you them.
So yes, be on the lookout on our social medias, because in the next week or so, we are going to be showing some of these new ideas for merch, and that means we're going to have to create some of them. So be it one of the ones that's selected, or maybe not selected, or maybe they'll all be selected. Who knows? We're going to have some one-offs, samples, if you will, that we would love to share, to save, to give away, to, I don't know, maybe even sell to some of our amazing listeners. So whatever ideas we come up with, we'll obviously put out there on social media, and just keep your eye out for it, because you could own some one-of-a-kind merch.
Yes, you could. Please drop those comments. Let us know which ones you want to see in the store, which ones you don't want to see in the store, what apparel items you might want to have, because at this point in the game, we can combine and create what you want.
Now I think it's time for the second pin to come out.
Our last one for the show, and it is quite the doozy. It's probably another reason why we're oh so tired this week.
So if our loyal listeners remember back to the story of how we bought Fort Orange, it came from a Facebook post that Erica sent me as a one-off. Hey, we should buy this. And I said, yes, we should. And here we are. Something similar happened, although there wasn't a yes, we should immediately. So, Erica, what Facebook post did you send me last week?
Well, I had just been scrolling quickly after I parked the car, because I always need a minute to settle before I move my transitions. You know, Joe.
Oh, I do.
So I opened up Facebook, and my cousin, he owns this amazing farm out in Delanson, raises beautiful animals, and he also breeds German Shorthair pointers. So he posted this sweet little picture of this little black pup, reminded me of Rue, and said, the owner's just backed out. We've got one up for grabs. So I screenshot it and sent it to Joe and said, we should get this.
So to set the scene, there I am at my day job as principal, and we're getting ready for all the end of year activities, graduations, our award ceremonies, all the things that are, monopolizing our night times throughout the week. And I was in a contentious meeting, if you will. We were all on the same page in the meeting. It was an outside factor that we were, annoyed with. And this comes through, and I look at it and I go, are you kidding me? And I show the 4, I think, people that were in the meeting with me in my office, and they all smiled and went, oh, you're getting a dog. And I said, no, we're not getting a dog. We have 4 kids. We already have a dog. She's Rue. We have stickers made of her. She's amazing. Everybody loves her. We have 3 cats we could do without on any given day, but we have them, and they're around. We love them, most of the time. I said, we have tons of business ideas that are spinning around and possible for the near future. Not saying too much right now. The last thing that we're going to be able to handle is a dog. We have playoff lacrosse happening. We have baseball that we talk about. I haven't seen Erica in I don't even know how long. And there's just no possibility. So they all laughed at me and said, you're getting a dog. We'll see it on Monday. And I said, there's no chance I'm getting a dog. It's a hard no. I don't care how cute this dog is.
Yeah, but I knew I had wiggle room because you kept going back and forth with me. It wasn't a hard no. You were like, but we can't. But what about this? No, that's not going to happen. So
So Friday comes and Erica goes, we're going to go see the dog. I'm like, are you kidding me? Whatever, let's go see the dog. I don't know why I agreed to it. So we went out and we saw the dog, and the dog fell in love with me, naturally. And
oh, well, there were two, right? We should tell that.
yes, there were two, one spunky one and one who was nice and chill and calm for a puppy.
Yeah, her sister was like running all over her, and she was just like, whatever, I'm laying here.
I was like, I'd like this attitude over here.
Yeah. And it came to be that morning, her owner had backed out, that, had deposited on her. So 2 left over.
So we stayed there for a bit, played with the dogs, and then we left.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent the rest of that night and Saturday, talking about all the business things, all the family things, all the reasons why we were hesitant.
Yeah.
On making this decision, because we also have to make the best decision for the dog as well.
Correct.
You don't want to put a dog in a position where they're not getting the attention, the exercise.
Right. They were not going to be a crate puppy or dog. That was not going to be an option.
We already have, 4 children who would say they don't have enough attention on them, even though all they get is constant attention. So we were having these conversations. And then that Sunday, I was working at the store when Erica informed me that she was going to pick up the puppy.
Oh my God, stop. I do not make these decisions. You're making it out to be so wrong. He's spinning the story, everybody. I would not go and get her without his approval. This is what really happened, okay? So on Saturday, we weren't really talking that much about it because it was kind of like we both didn't know where we stood. So then I'm out on the deck cooking hot dogs for the kids' lunch. Joe's down.
Probably on purpose, hot dogs, subliminal messaging, Erica. Thank you very much.
That's weird. I don't know why you would say that. Anyways, he's down working on the lawn, and he just out of nowhere goes, what about the name Maisie?
Because it's a great name.
We can call her May.
Obviously.
Like, all right, he wants this dog.
She's like, got him.
Okay, Joe, I like that. That's cute. Because we got her in May. Yeah, sure, because we're going to get her in May. You got it.
I could have said anything at that moment, and she would have been like, you got it. Let's go get the dog.
Pretty much, as long as it's your idea. So
Genius, by the way. It's how I live my life in the outside world.
But we really did have all of the conversations that Joe talked about just later in the day. And we did decide that we would trial it because my cousin was going away. Let's bring her home, see how life goes for the week, make sure it's a good fit. And of course, Rue came out with us too to the farm on that Friday to make sure that Rue would be okay because we weren't going to bring a puppy home if she did not accept it. And she did.
And the other issue was we had 2 of the 4 kids with us, so we wanted to make sure all 4 were on board.
That is right.
And Maisie was on board with all 4 as well.
Yeah.
Again, because we have to make sure it's a good fit for all
everybody.
Involved.
Yep.
Yes.
Exactly. So it ended up that I went out with my oldest son and we picked up Maisie and we brought her home, and it's kind of been love at first sight for all of us. She's adorable, fits right into the family, such a little snuggler. She's been curled up on my lap this whole episode because all she wants to do is snuggle. She's just fabulous.
She's the coolest, next to Rue, of course.
Well, there's no one. Rue is the OG. Like, nobody is ever going to be Rue.
Right, but next to Rue, she's the coolest dog I've ever met.
Yeah, she's the second best.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So she's already been put to work at 8 weeks old.
Yes. She is a shop dog in training. I like to tell my customers, here's Rue, our shop dog, and our shop dog in training, Maisie. And people are just like falling in love with her. It's so much fun. So much fun.
Why don't you tell some of the stories that have happened already this past week with the little one?
So on Friday, I had gone to the restroom and came out, and then I see one of the customers that was in the store shopping just holding May, walking around the store with her, and she's like snuggled up in her neck. And she's like, oh, I hope you don't mind. I'm like, oh my God, no. Have at it. Like, she's yours. If you want to hold her and shop, be my guest. And they were loving it. Then she got down and was running around because after she has her snuggle, she gets her like puppy tornado time. And people were on the rug, like training her, like sit down, like playing a little tug of war with her. She has claimed my chair in the back room as her bed. So when she's tired, she whimpers. I have to pick her up and hold her and then put her to sleep on the chair.
Now, mind you, she has a whole setup. She has a bed. She's got the crate if needed.
Yeah.
We got a gate. So, we were very thoughtful to make her comfortable.
Right.
So it's the best scenario for her. We have the beautiful lawn across the street at
Correct.
the castle
Yeah.
that we get to take her out on all the time. So she's not cooped up in the store by any means.
No.
And she also has all her own stuff. The fact that she wants to commandeer Erica's chair is not because of a lack of us
She has
taking
two
care
beds.
of her.
Right. She has one in the store under a table, one in the back room. She's got a little toy box. She's got her, little harness vest if she needs that to like calm down. We go on our morning walk and then our afternoon walk, and she's met the people at the bank, Stack's coffee shop. Like she's a part of downtown now.
So that day you left and you guys came home,
Mm-hmm.
and then you got a text from Chris working at the store.
Oh my God, yes.
Tell everyone what that one said.
One of our customers that was playing with Maisie asked Chris, "Oh, where's Maisie's sticker? When's that coming out?"
So not even a full weekend
Right.
at 8 weeks old, she already has her first request for merch.
Yes, and it will be coming. I just want to wait until she becomes more of her own dog before we put her face on anything too permanent.
So surprise everyone, another major life decision on a whim, although very thought out and calculated. It's amazing and exactly what our family needed, even though
Amazing
we
Maisie.
didn't know it.
Yep, amazing Maisie,
But
as our youngest has nicknamed her.
yes, but similar to Rue's story, which we told on a previous episode,
Yeah.
this kind of happened the same way,
Mhm.
where it magically happened that she was spoken for.
Yep.
And they backed out at the last second. We didn't even know it till we got there.
Mhm.
Again, we were looking at the other dog, and she found us.
Exactly. Where Rue waited for me, Maisie came to us.
It was very sweet.
Mm-hmm. And she's all black, just like Rue.
She's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Just a little white spot on her chest. She's beautiful.
So the next time you come down to the Fort Orange General Store, hopefully you'll be able to meet not only Rue or see again Rue,
Mm-hmm.
but you'll be able to meet our little Maisie at the same time.
Maisie May. Yes. And I'd like to give a big shout out to Tino and his farm, Eaton Corners Homestead out in Delanson. They, like I said earlier, raise all of their animals very humanely, do a beautiful job. They have free-range chickens, fresh eggs, cows, pigs, ducks. Oh my God, ducks.
Yeah, we're not talking about that. That was terrifying.
Oh my gosh. Joe met the ducks, and I have pictures, and they will be part of this post.
Thank the Lord that they were in an enclosed area, because I would have been gone. It would have been worse than what we saw when we pulled in. All right, so we pull in and we see Tino come running out of the house, and he's like,
I'll be right back.
I'll be right back. Our cow's giving birth to a calf and it's stuck. And we're like, what? We're not farm people. So he comes back and he's like, oh, check out this video. I had to grab her by the hooves and pull her out. It literally gave birth to a calf that he assisted with. Didn't shake my hand because he had all the cow afterbirth on him.
Oh my God.
That's how the whole thing started. It was crazy. And then the ducks. I can't. It was so much fun. And here we are. Here we are with May. Our
youngest had quite the time of his life. Like, he should be a country boy. But again, this is all like really well done. They love their animals, treat them extremely well, and they have amazing little meat shack that you can just roll up and drop money in a box and take what you want. They are such a sweet family. 2 young kids, one on the way. And yes, it's my family, and we come from a very entrepreneurial family. I keep saying the word family. I don't know what else to say right there, but it is. My grandfather came from Italy and had many businesses, and all of us have inherited some form of his craziness, and Tino took on the farm part. I've taken on like this entrepreneurial business end of it, and we're all just very creative business people.
Rocking it out day by day, maybe with a brand new puppy.
Maybe with a brand new puppy. Yes.
So on that note, I think that wraps up our episode for this week. We left a lot of things for our listeners to comment on, from way back to the idea of how we connect all of our SoBro businesses together into some loyalty reward insider program, to letting us know what you think about our items that we're going to drop on our socials, to talk about our dog. And don't talk about the ducks.
Talk about the ducks. Talk about the duck. Oh, I have some new duck merch coming in too, so just to drop that one too.
All right, I'm about ready to roll the credits on this one. So thank you all for listening once again, and we look forward to sharing our lives with you next week on
Small Business, Big Life, inside Fort Orange General Store.